네, 제 목소리가 들리시네요. 지금 채팅창에 여기 참가하신 모든 분들이 채팅을 하는 곳이라서 괜찮으신데 잠시만요. 저도 이제 막 접속을 해서 인스타를 보고 오셨더니 더욱더 반갑습니다. 제 목소리가 잘 들리신다니 다행이고요. 아직 시작하지 않았어요. 지금 여러 가지 시스템 조정 중인 것 같아서 조금만 기다리시면 곧 시작할 것 같습니다. 만나서 반갑습니다.
So I hear Chinese.
Korean.
Я слышу китайский.
Swami Adi, can you answer me?
Yeah.
Everything is okay?
No. Can
So can I start?
I don't know if it works or not. I can try.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay. I say the prayer first. I say the prayer to start. Jananam bhutaganadi sevitam kapita jambuparasara bhakshitam Uma sutam sukamina sakanam namami vingeshwara padam pamkajam Sadananam kumkumaraktavarnam mahamatim divyamayuravahanam Rudrasya sunam surasanyanatam guham sadaham saranam prapaliye Ya kundandu tushadavala ya supravastra vrita Ya vinavadamantitakara ya sweta padmasana Ya brahmasuta shankara prabhritibhya Devai sada pujita Samampadu saraswati bhagavati Nishesha jatyapaham Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nishpapanchaya Santaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namam Shri Vishnu Devanandaya Te Namam Om Sabha Mangala Mangalye Shive Savata Sarike Sharanye Tarayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good morning for you. Good evening here for me. So I'd like to say to you all, Happy International Yoga Day. So this is the 6th year of after United Nations decided, voted by many countries to create an International Yoga Day. So it's a very important. And this year, because of a coronavirus crisis around different countries, so there are not many big yoga classes around the world, but it's okay because of the PowerPoint. I can do. But there are a lot of events that happen online. At the Yoga Farm, there's an all-day event, and also Los Angeles. And I just come back from in Dallas Center also. So different events to celebrate. So I take this opportunity to talk about, to remind you all that what is the role of the yoga teacher. I don't know if we can have an idea. Among the participants, there's 55 people. And if you all are yoga teachers, or if you are new, you are not a yoga teacher yet, so how do I know this?
Ask Sam to type in the chat.
Yoga teacher, colleague, yoga teacher, Denise Jones, Thiên Phương, Phát Dung, Phát Phúc Duyên, Thiên Phương, yoga teacher. From San Antonio, yoga teacher, Nirmala, Vicky Dang, yoga teacher, Jennifer Pass, yoga teacher. Okay, so far we have a lot of yoga teacher. Miyuki, she's not. Jennifer Pass, yoga teacher. Edith, New Virginia. Omsk, Russia, yoga teacher. Kazue, yoga teacher. Haruko Kako, no. Yusha Hirata, she took TTC from Japan. Okay.
Swamiji, how long is this webinar supposed to be? Because we have Swami Vashishta's thing in an hour from now.
Supposed to be at least an hour and a half, but we are just wasting time here.
But Swami Vashishta starts at 7 here, so in 1 hour.
This is longer.
What to do?
You can do separately, broadcast separately.
So now I need to leave early then to set up down there.
Early. So because International Yoga Day and also because of sun eclipse, so the Yoga Farm is making, Swami Vashisharanji is making a big home mantra chanting, and Swami Adi is going to broadcast online. So now we have 60 people online now, and some are, most so far now are TTC, ATTC teacher. So okay, so I know who I'm talking with. Thank you. So it's kind of inspiring, involved topic, even though we already yoga teacher, but sometimes we forget, yeah, what it means. So today is a reminder to everyone. So you can open the PowerPoints. I would just I made a PowerPoint, yeah, and then we can see through it. So we are yoga teachers, but these times is a special times. So we need to know, to remind ourselves our important role going on now.
Swami Adi, we need to
be able to see the screen sharing, please.
Try again.
I need to do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to see last people. I need you to go to the front page.
When you speak louder.
Okay. Move the page. So, the needs of our times. So I put here the map of the pandemic. So our times is a special time. I don't see myself.
Swami Adi, why Swami Sita doesn't see herself? Because show active speaker video. So if you are speaking, normally we will see you. But Swami Adi need to mute himself somehow. This is the only option.
Okay.
Om Swami Adi, can you mute yourself so that when Swami Sita speak, she can see herself? Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Sorry, all the technical thing. So I put here the map of, I define also the situation of our times. Go back, please. So our time, why the job or the mission or the profession or the feeling that you are the yoga teacher is important these days. Well, we have the situation of pandemic where people are locked down and they're stressed out and they need very much yoga. We have the situation of health crisis in the world. Society is upheaval, global ecological emergency, economical crisis, political lack of leadership. So the health crisis of our time, we have big killer is cardiovascular disease, which is a lifestyle disease. And then we have diabetes. We have the coronavirus, very big pandemic. And then we have all the diseases that are stress related. So the idea is our world is not healthy, and most of the illness and the problems comes from lifestyle and of stress. So here now we go one by one, the problem. We have the global ecological emergency, extreme weather condition, climate change, ocean temperature warmer, sea level rising, melting glacier, flood, increased hurricane, heat waves, plant and animal species extinction, infectious diseases, outbreaks, air pollution, ocean pollution, the carbon dioxide emission rising due to dependency on fossil fuel, and deforestation. Okay, so you can see the ocean pollution there, and extreme climate condition. The world and society are divided and increase of social problems. Recently you have, not recently, but still currently going on, the whole protest movement regarding systemic racism and police brutality. But it shows also, the social deeper problem, economic inequality, larger gap between rich and poor, power abuse, war, refugee, domestic violence, sexual abuse, child abuse, and neglect. So the needs of our times, you have big economical crisis, unemployment rate, high record, recession, market instability, and lockdown, stock market crash, public debts, people are looking for a job. And we need better leadership, different countries. Swami Shivananda said, many are working today for the promotion of the world peace without having peace in themselves. And he said, reform yourself, society will reform itself. That is the only solution. This is not escapism. This is the only way to face the situation. So do sadhana, automatically there will be peace on earth. So that is the great sage, we say like this, how to bring the peace to the world is starting by reforming yourself. Okay? So when you turn inward and you do your asana or your yoga practices or spiritual practices, you are not just doing it only for you. Yeah, you do it to bring peace to the world. So now yoga is big as a global movement. So this is our Paris center. Swami Kailashanji teaching last year, International Yoga Day in Tour Eiffel. Now there's 300 million people who do yoga all over the world. 36 million Americans practice yoga. 6,000 yoga studio or more in US. Number of Americans doing yoga has grown over 50% in the last 4 years. So please note that people say here doing yoga because it refers always to the physical yoga. The yoga has a huge rise in popularity, even in a place like where I am now in Vietnam. So here you have the Shivananda yoga teachers. They wear yellow and white. So we remind them that when they are being trained in the TTC, they are being trained with the background that we train people to become peace leaders. Yeah? The true world order is a Swamiji created, is for peace leaders. Yeah, and what the teachings say that you need to practice. When you practice, then you lead by example. So when you elevate yourself, and then you automatically you will elevate others and help others to find peace in time of crisis, which is now the situation. Okay, so to remind you all, this is your mission. So when you practice yoga and meditation, because in our classical system, yoga and meditation are considered one. It's not separated. It's not like yoga is asanas and meditation is meditation. Yeah, all the yoga, asana, and lifestyle is leading you toward meditation. And ultimately, the goal is self-realization, is to be able to see oneself and to be free and to find peace and happiness. So when you do yoga, when you practice yoga and meditation, your vibratory wavelength change. Yeah, vibratory wavelength means your thought waves or your energy level switch and change. Swami Shivananda said you can elevate others only if you have elevated yourself. The world can be saved only by those who are already saved themselves. So in the company of a peaceful and positive person, all become peaceful. So that's the idea. So yoga teachers are spreading positive thoughts. Just the fact that they increase their vibratory wavelength, their thoughts become more positive, and just by that fact, they will spread out the positive vibes or the positive energy all around them. Okay, many people think of same positive thoughts. It will change the collective thoughts. You understand how it works? If many people think of the same positive thoughts, it will change the collective thoughts. And when the critical mass of positive thoughts is reached, there will be a change in collective consciousness and society. That's how it works. Okay. So yoga teachers help the world to heal by the conscious intention and dedication. Okay? What is a conscious intention? It means when your body, mind, heart all align, then your intention become very strong. Okay? Dedication means your heart and your action all align. Yeah. So we would want to ask you during this International Yoga Day, that when you practice yoga, either yoga or meditation, take a moment in the beginning to dedicate your practice to not only improve yourself, but to improve the vibration of the whole world. So you dedicate your action, your yoga practice, for the upliftment of the whole world. So just by being a yoga teacher and keeping your vibration, your wavelength and your thoughts, your consciousness at a high level, the yoga teachers hold the space. You know, that concept of holding the space. I mean, you think high, you think strong, and you influence the people that are at lower wavelength than you automatically. So you hold the space for them so that they can rise to that level. The yoga teachers feel the grief, the suffering, and the negativity of people around them, and all in the communities around the world. So they hold the hope. So the yoga teacher role is to keep the positive thinking. They hold the hope, the positivity, and the courage and strength, and help their students to shift consciousness. Okay, so if somebody did, and then it's much easier for you also to do. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. So different benefits of yoga practice and yoga life. It frees you from addiction. Okay? Different types of addiction possible. There are different types to people, substance, and things. So modern life brings about many self-destructive addictions. So by turning the mind and the will inward and upward, yoga helps a person to be connected to higher will. Cultivating higher will would channel the energy and the mind in the right direction. Okay? So it's a positive, yoga life is a positive life. Addictive life is when the person mind is stuck. Yeah. So just the fact that you practice yoga and you be able to pull inward, then you would connect with yourself, and somehow you can get out of your stuckness. Okay. So what yoga teaching is doing, what people, when they teach yoga, they help you in doing what? They teach resiliency, that means strength, and strength through personal discipline. Okay? So when you learn yoga, you learn personal discipline, and you learn to be stronger, resilient. I mean, you don't collapse if something changes or something doesn't go your way. And then you might experience pain, but yoga teachers teach the yoga students to breathe into the pain and to relax into the pain. Inhale, exhale, go a little bit deeper, relax into the pain, and the pain disappear. Okay? So that's imagine the process of yoga practice is like that. So by doing that, it helps you to become strong. You don't shun pain, but you face pain, you breathe into the pain, and you make the pain disappear. Everything happens always for the best. And they teach you all as stepping stones to progress. Yoga teachers know that this is a time of transition, only for something better. Okay? So they hold the space for you, and you somehow you breathe, you relax, and you can go deeper, and you can go through to the other side. So yoga teachers teach people to breathe. Through breathing, you increase the level of energy. Through breathing, you take in vitality, life, positivity, joy, fearlessness, health, love, and all possibilities. You balance yourself and allow the energy to flow. So when you are breathing, so these are the bottom line. The yoga teacher teach people how to breathe and how to get more prana. And they teach also people how to relax. So think about this very well. So not only you let go of tension and resistance and you surrender more to nature, but when you are relaxing, you also let go of body consciousness and you merge with the ocean of consciousness. So there is definitely spiritual benefit to relaxation. So you take a way many steps back toward your constant identification with this life, tension, body, mind, and then you like floating, like this picture, beautiful picture, a person floating in the ocean of consciousness. So you have glimpses of kind of freedom. Okay? So yoga has a direct impact toward health, toward immunity. So nowadays, very, very important that people practice yoga because the COVID-19 is still there. And we might return back to work and so on, but still we have to keep the being very conservative, not spend too much energy out and go crazy again, because that would drain your energy and then you become victim to disease. So it's very important that you be conservative, you take the time to be more serious with your yoga and breathing and relaxation and yoga life practice. So then you improve your immunity, and virus, bacteria cannot touch you. You improve your strength that prevent disease. Immunity comes with prana, means energy, and positivity. So you need to know how to increase prana and how to conserve prana, how to use your prana and not to waste your prana. And when you have some disease, you see you have fever, inflammation, and so on, because your system, your immunity system is at work, so it fights. Okay? So all the time you need to increase the capacity of your innate system to fight against the bacteria, viruses. So you need to be aware that your lifestyle can be so stressful because, you imagine you go back to work, you're driving into traffic, you are dealing with political and social stress that you see in the news. and you're confused, you have a emotional kind of conflict, personally, collectively, and then you are stressed out. So then at that time, stress, you would develop different mechanism, fight and flight and freeze. But if you never really know how to step out and how to relax, then it becomes chronic stress, which will lead to disease. Okay, so what you need to do is increase the prana at all costs. Okay, and yoga help you doing that. Yoga and pranayama. You need to remove negativities out of your mind, which yoga is teaching, positive thinking. You need to increase your flexibility. That means your ego should not be so stiff, so you can be adaptable and flexible. Then it will not create so much stress to you. And then you need to deal with your existential anxiety, which is the question that you have in mind: who am I, and where I'm going, and why this and that happened. So you have this worry, that anxiety that's always there. So by yoga and by meditation, when you have a glimpse of being free from that anxiety, be free in your spirit, then it makes a big, huge difference. So yoga, classical yoga teach you meditation, and also self-inquiry, philosophy, in order for you to understand who you are. And then yoga also help you to give you strength and clarity to deal with some situation in life we call karma. That means with your life, and sometimes it happen over and over again, the same kind of problem and entanglement, and then you need to have clarity, and you feel very negative about it. So you need yoga help you to face your life, and face your karma and understand yourself better. Okay, so in that way, yoga is very much needed in our times. And yoga life is promoting natural food. So you get the prana from nature, your digestive system is healthy, and then you are not creating new karma for yourself by following the non-violent ahimsa vegetarian diet. So hopefully you can move all toward that, because there's so much food and you can nourish yourself, plant-based diet, and you don't create more negativity to the world. And also the idea that now the non-vegetarian food, the meat eating, create a lot of impact to our economy, because it takes a lot to produce meat. And so it helps ecology if you turn vegetarian. I had a talk completely in depth about this. Just know that yoga life is an answer to our collective problem nowadays. So yoga life help you to connect with nature. You can walk in the forest, have forest bathing, have more prana energy from nature. The concept of forest bathing comes from Japan, that you can just go to the forest and then you change your energy with the energy of the trees, and it nourishes you. So yoga teaching and yoga life teaching help you to stay away from artificial life and live according to the rhythm of nature. Yeah, wake up with sunrise, go to bed early, eat at regular time. Artificial life includes too much technology. You are on the computer, cell phone, Zoom all the time. Too much traveling. Yeah. Now with the coronavirus, everyone has to slow down in the idea of traveling, and go more inward and connect more with nature. We normal our modern life, we are disconnected to nature. We live in high-rise building, we live in a highway, We never touch earth really. We never see three mountains. So we are absent, you know, from the time, nature. So we need to switch it around to be more, live more a natural life that is less frantic, stressful, and draining. Okay, so yoga or yoga life teach you that also, to live more according to nature. It is teaching you to live a simple life, to think high. Yeah. So because if you waste a lot of your energy, then your thinking is not high. So you need to live a simple life, but high thinking. Learn to discriminate between the real needs and the insatiable desire. You know, caught up in consumer society. Consumer society always try to create more desire, you know, so you can consume more. And you know, desire insatiable because you never really can satisfy desire. One desire you satisfy, 101 will come. So the yogi try to understand the basic need, what is the real need and what is, you know, not necessary, and then live a contented life. Yeah, so then the thought can be high. So the quality of life will be high, not because of the luxury, material luxury, but because you are capable to think sublime thoughts. So this kind of simple life helps to diminish stress and worry. And it's also a very concentrated life. It's not a distracted life. So when you are in the consumer society, all the time you are distracted because you all the time have these needs, that need, I need to do this, I need to do that. But, you know, yoga teach you that concentration brings strength of mind and peace of mind. So yoga teach you to be more concentrated, to stay away from distraction that leads to weakness, confusion, lack of will. Lack of will means you want something, you want to do something, but you cannot do it. Why? Because you have so many other thoughts in your mind and you cannot align yourself, you know, to do. So that's why you keep procrastinating. You don't have will to control the mind, and it leads you to discontentment. But if you are able to concentrate, and yoga teaching, asana teaching, yoga teaching in general, help you to concentrate and help you to save energy. So when you are concentrating and meditating, in fact, you recharge yourself from energy. And then you can use this concentration power of your mind to apply in daily life as the power of attention, awareness. And you become strong, your mind becomes clear, you'll be able to pay attention to things, you're not spacing out, so you can solve the problem in your life. So yoga life will bring self-control and self-regulation. So that is a reminder, you know that. Yeah, when you practice yoga, you are more calm. And it helps to improve your emotional intelligence. Yeah, you might have the IQ, but how about your EQ? EQ means your emotional intelligence. A person that is successful in life is a person that is able to be emotionally intelligent, be able to regulate his own emotions, be able to deal with other people without, you know, encountering problem constantly the moment you work with people. And that self-regulation skills help to bring mental and emotional health. Okay, so if you are not able to control your emotions, then most of the time your mind will be up and down, up and down. You are moody and you are extreme and you don't have a healthy mind. So also self-regulation will help you to stay away from self-indulgence in the senses, in the external life, and become more lazy. So yoga, teaching yoga life, help you to be free from going downward, okay? And to be able to live with other people. So yoga life is a disciplined life. So people think somehow negatively about discipline, but discipline is a self-discipline. It's not somebody forcing something on you, but it's a you need to do the right thing at the right time. It's called discipline. Okay, so you develop a healthy routine. Yoga life is routine. Yeah. Following the rhythm of nature. You wake up early with the sunrise, go to bed. It's not a haphazard tamasic life. Tamasic means I don't care, I do whatever. Yeah. So it will help you to stay away from the up and down, the extreme tendencies, the passions and the rejections. You run towards something, you run away from something, up, down, yo-yo. So yoga life helps you to have equanimity, balance between likes and dislikes. This beautiful posture, the scorpion, is a posture of balance. So yoga life develops intellect. What that means? So in yoga life, we keep the energy, we save energy, and we try to study. Do self-study, understand your own psychology, but also study scriptures. There's so much scriptures, Vedantic scriptures, yoga scriptures that you can learn from. Yeah, but so most of the time people are in kind of state of intellectually lazy. They don't want to study too much. Okay, but yoga life promotes studies, promotes the development of intellect. And when you have a sharp intellect, you can do self-inquiry and inquiry into the nature of your own self. It helps you to make choices, free you from a tamasic, mean dark and indulgent life, caught up in your own life and emotional habits. Okay, so by the development of intellect, you'll be able to find the way out. Okay, you can do self-inquiry, and you know how to think. So yoga life also develops intuition. Intuition is higher than intellect. It doesn't make mistake. It's developed through meditation and pure life. Intuition will bring you closer to the truth, the knowledge, and the pure love. So you can function out of that intuition. Okay. Most of the time we cannot. We are functioning out of our low mind, our emotional mind. And also we try to reason. So we are back and forth between the reasoning and the emotion, reasoning and emotion. But we cannot combine the two together and become intuitive. But yoga helps you to do this, exactly this, to harmonize the head and the heart and brings about creativity. So a creative life will brings joy, connects you to your meaning of life. So then you don't feel like that. Sometimes we do things, but it's always routine. And then we become that. We don't have our creativity. We're not feeling happy. But when you are able to combine the head and heart and be in the present, then you will be more balanced between the right brain, left brain, the rational, the emotional, the internal, the external, the male quality, the female quality, the sun and moon. Then you become creative. That's what yoga can give you. So yoga life makes you feel whole, self-reliant and complete. And this is what everyone is wanting, to feel complete. Instead of feeling separated, needy, lonely. Yeah. So when you are not the fool in yourself, it's not like you are ego fool, but you are connecting with yourself and you feel fulfilled, then you are a happy person. And you have the capacity to be alone and not feeling lonely. You can become selfless and giving when you feel whole. When you feel complete, then you become generous naturally, selfless and generous. If not, you compare, you are jealous, envious, all these problems. And then you also realize that the best person who can support you is your own self. Okay? So it's not like to say that you don't have a relationship, but just to say that you are in constant connection with your own self. So yoga teaches you the art of self-affirmation. Sometimes you forget. Self-visualization, you can see yourself so you can move toward it. Self-empowerment, I mean, you feel, the power within yourself. Self-actualization, that means whatever your potential you can realize. The power of manifesting and changing your own destiny. So that's the promise of yoga, but you have to practice a lot to be able to do that. Yeah. Okay. So what else? The benefit of yoga life. If you look at the picture, this is a quote from Buddhism. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. So therefore, try always to live in the present. Because attachment to the past will make you suffer, and projection in the future make you feel anxious. And Swami Shivananda said, present is superior to the past. Yesterday is gone, forget it. Tomorrow is not here, worry not. Today is present, use it well. Do not waste time. Okay? So yoga life brings you to the present. Promote you to live very together, not spaced out, not going back to the past, not the future. And it makes you feel so full that you want to be generous, and you also love others and have empathy toward others easier. So you can see the yoga stress relief counseling in the Shivananda yoga system, where yoga teachers gather together and help to counsel people for free in the time of COVID-19. So the yoga teacher can become this counselor and guides that are able to be empathetic toward the suffering and the stress of people. Because the idea is, again, we said earlier, the blind cannot lead the blind. By freeing oneself from limited view and prejudices, one can develop compassion and selfless love for others. The world become a better place if there are more compassion. So what yoga can help you? Yoga helps you to improve your interpersonal connection and relationships. Okay? By being centered, calm, loving, respectful, empathetic, yoga practitioners nourish consciously healthy relationships. So the relationship with family, friends, marital relationship can improve if you understand yourself better. Okay, so yogi becomes self-reliant, content, and fulfilled. Now, another thing that yoga can help you is to improve your faith. Times of difficulties, yoga encourages you to rely on faith. So keep being strong and free from fear and anxiety. Okay? So 3 types of faith. Faith in the truth of the Atman, of the own true self, that is existence, knowledge, and bliss, absolute. You know that it's there for you, even though you don't have that experience. and faith in the scripture and the teachers that reinforce your true nature. And then you have faith in your inner capacity through practice. Okay? So you have faith in your practice. So when you don't have the direct experience, you need to have faith. And yoga helps you to have faith. It leads you to self-awareness and enlightenment. What time we're supposed to finish? 9. So, the yoga philosophy said, ignorance of one's true nature is the cause of all suffering. Self-awareness frees you from darkness and mistaken identity, free you from prejudices and wrong thinking. Okay? And also, when you practice yoga, your ego become more pure. Because the big ego causes a lot of wrongdoing and conflict. And it leads you to self-realization when you know the difference between the self and not self. And you'll be able to detach from what is impermanent and not real. So this is when you advance in yoga, you can practice Vedanta philosophy, application in daily life. Okay? It's not that easy, but just know that there is a high rung of yoga. Yoga leads you to self-awareness and enlightenment. So this is the first portion of the talk. The second portion is we go more in depth how the Shivananda yoga system help you to go toward peace, health, and self-realization. You know, Swami Shivananda, I come from Swami Shivananda. He wrote 300 books. He's born 1887. He teaches the 4 paths of yoga that we are following, called the synthesis of yoga. And Shivananda yoga comes from India, Himalaya, but its teaching is universal. This is Swami Shivananda by Rishikesh and the Ganga water there. Swami Shivananda wrote all this book in English. He was a medical doctor before. He teaches very much about health. And he has many disciples. One of his disciples, Swami Vishnu Devanji, arrived to the West in 1957, wrote the book, complete a recited book of yoga. And so now in the world, the system called Shivananda Yoga is more known. Yeah, this is a logo, the organization. It came with Swami Vishnu Devanji to the West in 1957. It's like, a long time ago. So the word Shivananda Yoga is a name used for the classical teaching taught by Master Shivananda in its modern version, as transmitted by the International Shivananda Yoga Vedanta Center, which is founded by Swami Vishnu Devanji. You see the link. So we teach the 5 points of yoga, and also we teach the Vedanta philosophy. So that's the specific of SYVC, the Shivananda Yoga Vedanta Center, the teaching of the lifestyle of our holistic health. So the 5 points, as you know, you're a yoga teacher, proper exercise, breathing, relaxation, diet, positive thinking, and meditation. And it teaches you, the number 1 point, it teaches you that the body is just a vehicle. It's not yourself, okay? And it teaches you that you have different other levels of yourself. Yeah, you have the physical body, but you have the astral body, and you have the seed body. So the teaching is quite deep, okay? And it goes through the 12 basic asana and explain why the asana move from one thing to another, and how it helped to complement and how it helped to bring about this positive energy. So you have to follow the sequence. 12 basic posture, but there is many more variation. You can say 36 variation, but more. So that's how it works. And then it's very different than physical exercise. So I don't go through this, and the physical benefits. And this is all the different body system. If you want, you can see this PowerPoint if you're a yoga teacher. But it helps to improve all the different system of the body. But this is also not so much known, that it gives you benefit mentally and intellectually. You can see the headstand. Everyone stand on the head. This is advanced CTC. So you can imagine the blood flowing down to the heart and flowing down to the brain. So it helps you improve your memory, improve your concentration, your clarity, your mental balance, and stabilize you, all the mood and emotional problem, and it improves also your sense perception and your self-awareness. So it has the physical, mental, and spiritual benefit. Beautiful. Emotional benefits of yoga practice: improve your mood, release depression. So you're not so much up and down. It's up to regulate the emotion and increase the connection. And you are not so lonely. You are not also so possessive and needy, but you are not alone and you're not lonely. Help to improve patience. Reduce anger and fear, anxiety and stress. So there's a lot of emotional benefit to your yoga practice. And also there is a spiritual benefit. Basically, spiritual benefit, you can say very simple, that it gives you inner peace, okay? And a feeling of one. And that is a big spiritual benefit. It gives you the connection back to your inner life purpose. You don't feel so separated and unhappy. So the teaching also of pranayama, or breathing exercise, as you know, I don't need to go through this, but it helps you to increase your prana. And the most important and esoteric knowledge of Hatha Yoga, Hatha, sun, moon. So it helps you to balance your energy, and bring the energy in the central channel. Okay, so the benefits is like you're doing your own, your own acupuncture when you do asanas and pranayama. It remove blockages of energy in the meridians of the nadis, help to increase health. Okay, increase prana or life force, and be able to access higher functioning of the mind, okay, and achieve higher consciousness. So these are the basic benefits. The relaxation. Relaxation is 3 levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So physical, when the whole body is relaxing. Mental relaxation, when the mind is focused on a positive neutral object, like the breath. The mind is focused, then you are relaxed. If the mind is distracted, you are not relaxed. Spiritual relaxation is during Savasana. You'll be able to go deep to a place like close to meditation, and you have the experience of peace of mind and detachment and self-awareness. This is amazing, So just a simple teaching of relaxation brings you a lot of energy and meaning. So this is the whole proper diet, vegetarian food. Why? It helps ecology. It promotes your peace of mind, your purity, your harmony, your wisdom. It's not difficult. You just have to go spend time, learn about some other kind of grain, how to get your protein from beans, how to get your vitamin B12. That's the main thing. Otherwise, vegetarian diet is human natural diet. Okay, so you avoid rajasic food, you avoid dead food, tamasic food. You avoid chemicals, because the discipline in diet helps you to have better consciousness. When you eat, you imagine you eat all this green, red color here, very happy food, and you become more happy. It gives you calmness and joy. And okay, the last point is positive thinking and meditation. I like this picture. Person is sitting completely, the reflection, the leg is so quiet. So it represents the mind. When the mind is calm, with no waves, then it's like this, it's able to reflect the true nature. The mind is your instrument. Like a calm leg, a positive and balanced mind lead us to perceive our true nature of existence, knowledge, and bliss. I mean, when the mind is calm, you'll be able to find your happiness. If you chase after happiness and desire, and your mind is agitated, then you always miss. Because the waves of the mind makes you go outward all the time, and you miss yourself. So yoga and Vedanta life help you to turn inward, okay? And to be free from this desire. Through the four paths of yoga, the path of working with the mind, the path of selfless service, the path of selfless love, the path of self-inquiry. So this is your meditation in daily life. The training, the TTC training, is the training of how to change your system to live a natural life, but also, how to deal with your mind in an intense daily schedule, very focused, and at the same time we live in nature, so you can relax, you don't go crazy. So that's a subtle and powerful way behind the training system. And this is new, because most of people are still in lockdown and they're afraid to travel. So we come up with this idea of TTC online in August. So please inquire. You have the link there. Okay, it's a 200-hour yoga online certificate course. But we allowed also another 9 days at the ashram, immersion ashram, eventually in October. Now the course is taught in English, but maybe there are translators there. And then the time zone, West Coast USA, Central USA. Okay, so it looked very positive, very promising. Of course, there's a discipline in the beginning to create your space. Your teacher, your mentor will check on you. You have to be honest about your location and what you do. So it's possible to infuse that sense of self-discipline, self-realization, in a person that you do not really actually meet, so you meet online. But because the system is so well thought of, so it gave also the desired result. So the yoga farm today went to all day for the International Yoga Day. So we depend on your donation. If you don't mind, please give some donation to the ashram in this lockdown time. Yeah, we need your help. Happy International Yoga Day. So this is all the swamis under me in West Coast and also the yoga farm. Yeah, so you have here, look at the photo of the swamis. Okay, so that's it. So it's a marathon class, but we have 15 minutes of
Is anyone photoshopped in this, or is everyone?
Guess. I think Swami Dharmananda was Photoshop. Kumi also. But everyone was there. At one time we were eating together in Vietnam. It was very nice. So what happened now with Swami Vashishanji?
I need to go. So who can, someone can do the question and answers. Maybe you can do it?
Yeah, I can do.
All right, so I make you the host.
Okay. So if you want to quit and go to tune in to the mantra that come from the Homa or solar eclipse.
I only start at 7. I need to go help set up though, so I need to go early.
Okay.
But
so that means in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We can finish this and you can continue on listening to Swami Vashishanji, who is a Nambudri priest, and he has tons and tons of mantra, very powerful, so you can listen, because today is solar eclipse, so it helps you to protect your mind and help you to remember the inner sun. Okay, so always is an inner sun, your spirit is always there. So even though things might be disturbed, because in sun eclipse, even things can be disturbed outside, but if you need to tune in back inside, then you'll be fine. Okay.
I just show the whole schedule for the day in case people don't know.
Okay, you can give the schedule.
So here's the link for the International Yoga Day. We have the satsang this morning, Swamiji. 7 a.m. Swami Vashishtha is going to do chanting. 8 a.m. there's a yoga class for 2 hours. There's also a 30-minute Pranayama challenge with LA. 10:30 is gentle yoga class. 12 o'clock there's a cooking workshop. 1 o'clock there's a talk with Swami Shivashankari. 2 o'clock there's a meditation talk with Swami Dharmananda. Then we have a kirtan workshop at 3. Yoga again at 4, 2-hour class. Then there's a tea and talk with Swami Shivashankari at 4. I guess that's half an hour. Or gentle yoga again at 5:30. And then satsang. Tonight we're going to do a panel. I'm not sure exactly the topic, but Swami Sita maybe can clarify what that will look like tonight.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so now those who want to ask questions, so I go through very quick, you know, the PowerPoint and the teaching and the reminder, because you all know, many of you are yoga teacher. So the text will be in the blog of the Yoga Farm. The live YouTube will be there also. You want to review, because it go into very much detail of the benefits of the 5 points, benefits of yoga life, and of the 4 paths of yoga. So you can refer back to. Okay, so now if you can please ask questions. Now we are 72 attendants. 2 participants raise hands. I cannot see your raised hand, so you need to type in the chat. So, or you can unmute yourself and you can talk. Best is that you type in the chat. Whoever want to ask questions, we have only 10 minutes, so please type in the chat. You can type in your own language and then we can translate. Nobody is asking anything. Okay, so somebody say thank you. So somebody asked in Vietnamese. Somebody asked Trương Trần, the classical yoga will be able to help a person that is depressed? Yeah, yes, except you need to be patient. Okay, so slowly bring back the prana to a person that is depressed, and then help the person to get out of that depression and connect with themselves. It's a journey. Tức là có thể giúp cho người bị trầm cảm nhưng mà phải từ từ. Any words of wisdom when teaching yoga to children? You have to be trained to teach yoga to children because you have to have different way to approach the children, and you have to transfer the, the teaching in story form. So it's engage them. You have to use emotion, imagination. So in ashram here in Vietnam, we have soon a training for teachers for children because we have a kids camp. In the yoga farm this year, I'm not sure because everything is suspended. But you need to study. It's a different language, yeah. Devaki, thank you. Have a good International Yoga Day. Thank you. Long time no see. So for yoga to have all these benefits, it need to be, you need to practice regularly. Okay? You need to practice regularly, a little bit at a time, and you cannot expect like immediate result. For example, we say yoga will lead you to equanimity, peace of mind. Now that would take some time. Okay, there's a question in Japanese. Okay, so you can ask the question. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, somebody asked, question in Japanese, is Vedanta difficult? I will be teaching, actually, I will be teaching a 5 days Vedanta course on the 27th of June, 2 hours a day. It's not difficult, but you know, you need to practice it, not just only have theory. So it's easier for you to practice yoga, pranayama, meditation, concentration. And then when your mind becomes strong, you can ask questions, because you have to, in Vedanta, you have to do self-inquiry, means you have to ask questions about yourself. Okay? So that's why it's difficult, but it's not too difficult. And you can take the yoga teacher's training course, because that's the best way of introduction to Vedanta. If you live in Japan, the course in July here, 17th of July, maybe you can apply to come. You have some quarantine time. So if you do now, then maybe possible. Or we would have another yoga TTC online in September, yeah, based in China. So it's possible that you can also catch that one. So then it's very systematic teaching. Okay. Thank you. Any other question? Yusha Hirata, say Om. Thank you. So please talk around to your students, to your friends about yoga, and that's this International Yoga Day. Yeah, we all need to make a commitment to practice more yoga, to show more example, to become elevated ourselves, to be free from our own fear, anxiety, to help other people, to be very positive, to hold a space for other people, and to introduce people to yoga life. Okay, there's a lot of classes online. Teachers are available. The Shivananda organization is having many online classes. So, you know, you can refer people to. But basically today I gave you a little bit of a reminder of all the benefits of yoga in this time. Okay? So we say the prayer now. Oh, there's a question in Russian. So Yashoda, you can unmute yourself. Okay, Yashoda, I cannot communicate with you. So I don't know the question and I cannot answer. In Vietnamese is a question translated, how to communicate and relate to students who are interested in yoga as physical exercise and deny all other stages of yoga and the rule of yoga. You just have to be clever, because when they do even physical yoga, now they have also some level of self-awareness. But you just have to point out that there are more benefits. So people become more, you know, aware when they learn how to breathe, how to focus. So it's sometimes they're very attached to the physical yoga, but you have to tell them, you know, maybe you need to learn more how to relax because you are so stressful and you are so anxious, and you need to learn, you know, this complete yoga, body, mind, spirit, because it helps you. Because sometimes people just think, oh, I need to do more exercise and get out of my problem. It's a wrong kind of thinking. So you have to explain. Okay, so what's the question in Russian? So how can I cannot hear Yashoda? Okay, okay, thank you. I just answered the questions. Okay, very good. Okay, anybody else? So now you can tune in to Swami Vashishananji and you listen a little bit to the mantra. He's doing the Homa at the same time for sun eclipse, so it's very powerful. And Priya Chaitanya, do you know how to access? Swami Adi, maybe he gave you a link. Yeah, so please ask, and then you can join the mantra, okay? How long that you can. So I say the prayer now, and you can tune in. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamdim Pustivaranam Urvao Kameva Bandanan Micho Amukshyamamritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamdim Pustivaranam Urvao Kameva Bandanan Micho Amukshyamamritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamdim Pustivaranam Urvao Kameva Bandanan Micho Amukshyamamritam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bolo Sakushi Shivananda Maharaj ki jai. Sri Vishnu Devananda Maharaj ki jai. So please, Priya Chaitanya, you can post the link how to get to tune into the ceremony that is going on at the yoga farm and all the mantra. You can do it now, please. Okay. So people need to note the link, and then you can get out and you can get back in. Okay. Okay, so here you can note the link. Can they just type right now and get in the link, or? Okay, so don't move. Well, new message. Okay, so you have the link to register for the Homa. Let me write it down. Không biết làm sao mà copy cái này. Copy dùng đi. Okay. Okay, so you can copy the link and then see you another time next week on Sunday, supposedly. Okay. Thank you, the translator. Priya Chaitanya, thank you. Thank you, Yamuna. Thank you, Yashoda. Thank you, Kumari. Thank you, Narayani Kim. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for being present in the evening tonight. And happy International Yoga Day, and be more inspired to uplift yourself and uplift others through the means of yoga. Okay, I'm very inspired. So I hope you would as well renew your practice somehow and renew your inspiration as a teacher and as a student. Okay, thank you very much. So we can end now, and you can go to the mantra if you like. Thank you.